No, we're fine. Hi everybody. Sorry for that. We just had a little bit of a Rachel to press go and it
Move the camera.
nudged the camera slightly. As you know, we don't edit, so what you see is what you get. Shiny chin. People like the things going behind the window, we've been told. Anyway, hi everybody.
Welcome to
Twinset and Purl's Knitting Podcast.
Episode
47. I'm Jo.
I'm Rachel.
And we are twin sisters who get together every few weeks to tell you all about our knitting. We design knitting patterns, we knit knitting patterns.
And we've got plenty to show you today.
We buy yarn, got lots of things to show you.
I have mountains.
Rachel's got mountains.
Might have had cast-on-itis. But anyway, so just
we've got with admin.
First of all, I want to just talk about the fact that you may have noticed if you've watched the videos. So if you watched the last episode, after we posted it, we managed finally to monetize our channel. So there will be ads, and we wanted you to know.
There may already have been ads.
Yeah, Jo said you saw ads, didn't you?
We're now making money
from
off
it.
the ads.
So we want to say that we are, but we're not making money because we're actually going to give it to charity. So that money is going to go to Maggie's in Oxford. So however you feel about ads, if you know that we are giving money to charity, you may want to watch them. Obviously,
we are going to try. We're very new at this, so we're going to learn how we limit them.
I've asked for the long.
We want the beginning and the end, and one in the middle.
We'll try it. That's what I requested. So
if you get a lot more than that, please let us know, because we need to know.
We do want to know how people feel, but we also want you to know that we're not making money. We're giving the money to charity, and we've chosen Maggie's Oxford rather than Myloma UK because that was my decision. I think that they do an amazing job, and I use them a lot more.
And they don't get a lot of support, do they?
No,
they don't get a lot of.
It all runs off from donations.
Yeah. So we'd like to give as much to them as we can.
So that's just to explain why things might have changed, and also what we're doing with it. Cool. And then last episode we had a giveaway. Yeah. From Wonderwool, Wales. A bag from Soft Accent and a notebook. We purchased the bag,
and Jackie gave us
the notebook just to be upfront about these things.
And they're both beautiful.
We've picked, just before we started recording, we picked a random comment, and the winner
was Marion G6375.
If you remember.
I think, if I remember rightly. Did
you take a picture?
I did. I do have a brain for numbers.
Where's it gone?
There, Marion G6153. And the reason I don't have the random comment picker is because it picked the second comment.
It picked a PS that she'd
added, and I was looking for the original comment. Yeah. And the original comment was, "I love how you know what you're going to knit with all your purchases. I get distracted by new patterns even after I've decided." So we do a little bit as well, Marion. We often buy with a purpose, and then unless you start it straight away, it becomes something else. Yeah. But that's lovely. Thank you. We had lots of comments, so thank you.
I'll write that on the screen.
Yeah,
it might be the only bit of it. Additional.
If you get in touch with us,
either on the email
or Instagram, and we will send you your package to you. The other admin we've got two knit-alongs.
So I'm wearing Maurice.
So we've got the Knit the Family KAL.
Should we show our yours is an FO. Should we go off-piste?
We can do.
And show our family things we're knitting. for the
I
KAL.
didn't bring all my family things that I'm knitting actually. I didn't bring Maggie because I haven't done any. So
Joe turned up and Mark shouted out the window, "Are you moving in?" So and that was, you didn't even bring.
I didn't even bring everything.
So do you want to do that or do you not want to do that?
I'm happy
Because
to
you've
do
got an
that.
FO, haven't you?
I've got an FO. I've got 2 FOs.
So I'm wearing. We've got like Maurice's.
So the Knit the Family KAL is to knit any of our patterns that have been named after one of our family members. So quick rundown: Maurice, Cecil, Maggie, Fizzy Pop, Simon, Hilary. Maggie socks,
Fizzy Pop
cowl, Maurice socks, Jomo socks. 10 patterns that you can.
And one of them is free.
Knit with. One of the Jomo socks are free. There is going to be the Urth shawl is coming out in June, and at some point there will be the Maurice cowl. And we're running it till the end of September, so you've got plenty of time to join in. We've both knit. I've just finished my Maurice.
I'm knitting a Maurice
this morning.
You're knitting a Maurice. What we're wearing? Oh, we've got. Oh.
That's all right. We can come back to what I'm wearing.
So I'm knitting. I've shown it before, and I've done a few repeats of sections. That many. I say a few. I have been. Something else has become. I try and do a repeat a day of this, but no one does.
The colour is beautiful.
It's all the way around.
No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Brando from Bird Street Yarn. It is gorgeous on their yak base.
You think on bamboo needles?
Yeah.
Last time you knit on bamboo needles.
Well, I couldn't find any 3.5.
Oh, right.
Yes, that's beautiful, Maurice. We love him. We have a trio of Maurices. Joe has. So mine's been talked about before, and the information will be in the show notes down below. I just want to show you my little. I'm marking each section with these gorgeous little green and glass.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Stitch progress keepers, not stitch markers. Little purple hearts.
Oh, they're lovely.
Yeah.
So I knit my Maurice in this nettle yarn, which has got a very weird.
You love, don't you?
I loved it. Yeah, I've got some peachy colour as well that I bought. So it's nettle yarn in number 11.
Would you wear it as a top?
I don't know what I'm going to do with the peachy yet.
Could you wear it?
You could wear it next to skin. Yeah, it's really soft. So it's fingering weight yarn. Comes in 50 grams.
And it's Joe's new favourite colour, it would seem.
Well, I've kind of got.
Well,
having a
it's
bit of a
moving
blue.
you into the blues, isn't it?
So this is how much yarn I had left.
And tell them the reason how you managed to manage that.
Well, I can't actually remember my own pattern. So I was knitting away on the fingering weight version, and
which takes more than 2 skeins.
There was a comment on Instagram, and somebody had said, "I want to knit a Maurice, but I've only got 2 skeins of fingering weight."
And I said to them, use the lace weight numbers and you'll be okay. And
I didn't do that. So I got to I was getting towards the middle, and I thought, I'm going to run out of yarn. So either I can go and buy another skein ball, mini skein, or I can just knit 1 repeat in the middle. If I get a whole half a repeat,
you can finish.
I can finish the repeat with, and then and I was about that many stitches short to complete half of the repeat in the middle with 2 balls of yarn.
How much is that?
It was the
20 stitch and 24 stitch.
Yeah. So what happened was
Do you want to show it?
I thought, well, either they might be a little bit longer. You never know. It says plus or minus 225 metres. So I was thinking, it could be a bit longer. But what actually happened was I counted my stitches. I thought, I'm a stitch down but I was doing the pattern. And I decreased an extra stitch on 1 repeat. on section 5.
Poke your head over the top.
On section 5, and so I was one stitch down, and I thought to myself,
all the way along.
if I'm one stitch
Not all the way
down
along.
over half of it, that's going to save me that yarn, and that's what was left. But it's huge. Hasn't been steamed or blocked.
It's amazing. The drape of it is lovely. So gorgeous.
Just had the ends sewn in just before we came on air. And that's the middle. And I think you can. There is definitely not a point.
No, but not as gradual a curve as.
No.
See, that's why I think there's something there.
That's where I joined my ends in.
Oh, of course. But yeah.
Right bang smack in the middle. But it's nice and long, and it's so drapey.
What's going on here?
Don't know. So I think with like a stripy top or
it's lovely with that actually. No, it covers up the.
Yeah, with a stripy top or a white t-shirt in the summer, it's just going to be so nice. You know those days when you need a cardigan really, but you don't want to wear a cardigan. Yeah, so summer Maurice and winter Maurice.
Well, this is lace weight though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I think so. How many have I knit of Maurice's now? Green one, the beige one, that one, my grey lace weight one, and this one. 5 Maurices. I love him.
yes.
2 Maurice KALs, which I'm going to show in a minute.
Yeah, so for that KAL, we've started to assemble a prize, and we will, once the other two, not the other two, now that giveaway's done, and we're going to show you the prize for the next KAL, which has started already, because finally Bridgerton started. Bridgerton season 3 started on yesterday, and
we both watched it.
yeah.
Rach watched it in the day. I was in the office.
So I couldn't say anything to her.
I was in the office and I couldn't watch it.
And Ruth from Ruth Loves to Knit podcast was watching it, and we've got a group WhatsApp, and she couldn't give any spoilers. We couldn't make any comments to each other apart from things like, can't believe they've only given us 4 episodes.
Yeah. So I got home from work and watched it. Made the mistake of having a can of beer because I am off today, and I thought, oh, I might fancy a can of beer.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep in the middle of episode 3.
No.
But I woke up again and I watched it. Then I woke myself up a bit and watched episode 4.
We have started.
Yeah, get it back on
track.
The
In recognition of that, we have started a mini sockalong. Not as in mini socks, but a quick sockalong.
So they're dropping it in 2 halves. 4 episodes were dropped yesterday, and the 13th of June.
Yeah,
they're dropping another 4.
So we thought,
well, we assume it's another 4.
We just thought we'd quickly have a sockalong. If you knit the Colin socks, the Penelope socks, or the Colin and Penelope socks.
So there's 3 patterns.
If you knit on those and post on Instagram, in that slightly less than a month, I think it must be 4 weeks.
And you haven't got to finish.
It'd be nice to finish one sock.
Yeah, you haven't got to finish. Just join in.
Finish one sock.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you watch the podcast, you know that there's a if you haven't got the pattern already, there's a discount, 20% off using the discount that's in the show notes, and so you can use the discount or just buy the patterns. So at the end, we're going to talk about what's happening in June, aren't we?
Yeah.
And so that's
so
right.
We've got
a little prize we've put together for this is this cute little. It's a Loki, I think they're called Loki bag, which is a Van Gogh, but which isn't really the right. But gave us the feels, didn't it? And a skein of Regia Merino yak that
Which makes beautiful socks, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
so make some beautiful socks with that. And then some progress stitch markers, from Green and Glass, which are beautiful.
Which go? Which
Yeah, show the close up of the beautiful bead. Yeah. So that is the prize for the
so we've got a hashtag,
yeah,
haven't we?
T&P Season 3 sockalong. And yeah, just on Instagram, I'm afraid this time. And it's literally going to be me doing, make sure you get the hashtag, and it will literally be me going, because I don't know how to do it on Instagram. But I can show you my socks that I cast on yesterday. So I'm doing Colin, knitting Colin, not doing Colin. And I've done 2 repeats of the pattern, and this is when you see the beauty of the pattern coming out. She says
So it's not cables, is it?
it's not cables,
It's twisted stitches.
Yeah, no, it's knit 2 togethers and make ones.
Oh right.
Make
I'm about to cast one on.
and I'm using Rowan sock. In this kind of chartreusey colourway, which, need my glasses for this, it is sock wool, and it's probably 75-25. It's 400 metres to 100 grams. Oh yes, 75 wool, 25 polymite, and the colour is, shade 10. And I'm keeping it in the lovely bag that Jo bought me at Wonderwool, the redesigned project. I don't know which number it is. I'm now keeping a little tape measure in my little...
Because this is my colourway for my Collins that I'm going to cast on later.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
This is called Maple, and it is, you gave me this as part of our Advent swap.
Oh wow.
This year, I think. This Christmas just gone.
Is it?
It's Anzula. How do you say it?
I didn't give you that.
Oh, maybe Maggie gave it to me.
No, I gave you a Malabrigo, and
Anzula
it must be Maggie.
hand-dyed yarn.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Is called Squishy Luxury Fibres, and it is very luxurious because it's merino cashmere nylon.
Oh, Colin's going to be amazing.
And it's colour maple, but I'm thinking of it as honey.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I think it looks like set honey.
Close tonal, the tones in it.
So Colin is going to be beautiful in that.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
So in a minute you'll see when I get to my whip how much I've got left of my to finish before I start Colin later on.
So those are the knit-alongs that are going on, and that one ends on the June the 13th when the new episodes drop.
Yeah, and that might be round about the time that we are podcasting again.
Yeah.
We'll talk about, you want to talk about that now? Or
We could do, because we want to show your things as well. Bit of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So
before we get into yarn and yarny things.
So as you know, probably know if you watch the podcast, I'm going through, I've got myeloma, and 2
Which
years
is?
Myeloma's a blood cancer, and mine happens to be relapsing in my spine, so it it grows, it can grow wherever there's bone marrow and cause problems. So I've got little tumours all down my spine, and the chemo that I'm on currently is not working as well as anymore as it was. So I'm going onto a new treatment, which is I have to go to London for. So I've had some scans this week, and then I'm meeting my doctor next week, and then hopefully the week after I will be going to London. The first appointment first is an inpatient 10-day inpatient stay, so I'll be knitting a lot. He said, you'll just get bored, and I said, I don't get bored. I'm a knitter.
No.
I'm a knitter with a capital K. So I'm hoping that I'm not going to be feeling too unwell, side effects and things.
The reason they keep you in it because you can have an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
And they just want to check that you're not
and
going
you
to have an allergic reaction.
You can also have, because it's a bio, I can't remember what he called it, but it's a monoclonal antibody basically. You can have your body can release, it's a bit like having massive vaccine in a way.
Oh, right.
And you can get you can get the cytokines that you get. I don't know if anybody remembers from COVID when people were really ill and they had what they called a cytokine release, and it was just attacking their body and they were getting neurological symptoms. That can happen.
Right.
So they start off with really low doses, and that's why you're in for so long, for 10 days. And then I have to go to London every week, possibly for about a month. And then with an overnight stay, and then they can finally give it to me in Oxford, so I can be here. So
that's starting on the 27th, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
but our
schedule would be that we would be podcasting that the Friday after. But you're obviously not going to be here. No. So it will be at least the Friday after. It won't be the Friday after.
Well, it will all depend on how I'm feeling as well.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be into June, isn't it? So
you never know. You might do something.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
But just quickly to say that I used to live in London, so I've got a few friends who are going to come visit me. So it's going to be And Mark, obviously my husband, will be.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what he'll do, but and the other news is, on a light-hearted note, Joe had what do they call it at your work? Not learning.
A learning at work week. So they try and encourage. Well, they try and encourage people to do training all the time. It's one of those.
And also things that you wouldn't do. It's not like work.
Yeah.
But it's to.
So they had a whole range of things. They had somebody coming in to teach people how to do a certain type of sign language. There was Tai Chi classes. Mm-hmm. There were wall art, spray can.
Oh wow!
Learning how to do that, all sorts of things. And
I'm surprised you didn't do that.
Well, I just wanted to do something creative, and I took the option of doing.
Did you know you were going to do these when you went to do it?
No. Cupcake decorating. And what I wanted to do was learn how to pipe a flower. But they were doing this instead. Fondant. And they're actually really cute.
Yeah.
Fondant.
Joe sent me a picture yesterday.
So it's 2 cupcakes.
How long were you doing it for?
An hour. A pig and a sheep.
They're very cute.
This is the pig.
Hold it closer.
That's the sheep.
I like the eyelashes. Did you think about putting those on?
No, they were part of the thing, but you to do. They were done with a pen, and she didn't have the pens.
Oh right.
So we did them.
How did you do the cheeks then?
The cheeks is ink. Is like a little brush. And the same dye that we used to colour the fondant pink.
Oh, you did all that.
Yeah.
Very good.
And it's quite high quality.
Joe's
high quality fondant.
But you're so creative. You're usually the best in the class when she goes. Were there people who couldn't do it because it doesn't?
There were people who were like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Did you know any of them?
Yeah.
Did you say this?
There's a lady that I don't like. Just say what she tells you to do.
Say late.
So I mean, like the wool for the sheep is just 3 different sized.
Yeah.
And then you put a bit of water and stick the fondant together.
Yeah.
and then you make a dent with your thumb. Make
his mouth.
Make the blob for his head.
Yeah.
Stick it on. 2 dots for his eyes, 2 dots for his nose, and a curvy tool for his mouth.
Yeah.
And you can make him happy or sad.
Oh.
And then 2 little like teardroppy things for his ears.
And the best thing is that we're going to be eating them later.
And he's got...
No, I'm joking.
He's got...
You want to keep them forever?
Grass... No, they need to be eaten. We'll take a picture. He's got a grass-shaped, grass-coloured...
Did you choose that one?
Yeah.
And that...
I think he's so...
Or did everybody get
Everybody
pink?
got pink. I think he's so cute.
I like this one. I like her cheeks. Maybe this should be our thumbnail.
I was thinking... the eyelashes are a bit adamant.
Prince Johnny.
Yeah. Stand and deliver. And obviously it's fallen over, and that cupcake has dented her cheek. She's got a little bit of a scar.
She's a naughty pig.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really cool way to spend an hour, like his lunch hour or whatever.
Brilliant.
So,
Joe loves that kind of thing.
yeah, and the lady said she does do classes to teach you how to pipe flowers. So
Because do you remember I lived in America, the tech in the lab was getting married, and she made a fake cake, and she piped all the...
But look how, even the box amazes me. Imagine if you got a nice gift and
Got
it
your name on
arrived
it.
in that I wrote it on it.
All right. Make sure nobody pinched them.
So yeah, that was a fun afternoon activity.
Oh, good. So, talked about 2 whips already. Let's go into FOs, shall we?
Yeah.
Joe is wearing a previously
So
cast on and finished since the last podcast.
So how did this come about? I met my friend Lizzie for coffee the Sunday after we podcast on the Monday.
Yeah, we got
after Wonderwool, and the Sunday afterwards I was meeting Lizzie for coffee, and we were chatting about she'd got some yarn, and she was saying what projects could I do, and I was saying about the Love Note, and I was thinking...
You haven't heard about the Love Note?
No. And I was thinking, I've got that Noro yarn, I'm going to knit a Love Note. So I cast on, and I knit it, I finished it by the Wednesday. It's definitely cropped, because I want to wear it, at the moment I'm wearing it with vest. Like a floaty vest. No, I'm fine. Like a floaty vest. But I want to wear it over linen dress. But I've got a sleeveless linen dress. And
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely colours.
So you just cast off when you split the sleeves, or did you actually pick up and do some?
I picked up and I did.
Oh, because you did a different neck.
Yeah, I did a couple of rounds of stockinette, 2 rounds of rib, and then another round of stockinette.
And that's the same on the neck.
Cast off.
Because we both. So it's a paid for pattern, but the start is provisional cast on.
Yeah.
And then can't be bothered with that. So I always go straight into the pattern, but we did different ways.
So when you do it, you do a certain number of stitches, and then you pick them up and you decrease and cast and bind off for the neck. And I just did the number of stitches. I didn't do any decreasing, because I knew I wanted it fairly...
No, increasing.
No, yeah, I started with the number of stitches that you start with the provisional cast on. I didn't do any less stitches. And I did one round of...
rows?
Yes. Sure I did. No, there were no short rows. There aren't any short rows. Short rows at the bottom, not the bottom longer. And then you do a certain number of repeats of this lovely lace pattern.
Reminds me of like Montserrat
Yeah,
leaves.
because the holes, the way that it just works is that these holes are bigger.
Yeah. It's not mad. It's knitting.
Yeah, and but this yarn is I can't remember what it's called. Kakigori or something. It's been discontinued on Wool Warehouse because I went on to have a look and see what other colours they had because I thought I could have another one of them. So it's 200-gram ball. It
is expensive.
Officially
Discontinued.
well, no, it's discontinued on Wool Warehouse. Whether it's discontinued, I don't know. Officially, it's DK
But you
or
found
Sport, even 600 meters for 200 grams.
you found that you had.
I knit this on a 5.5.
And did you have any yarn left over?
Yeah, I had loads of yarn left over.
So you could have done longer body. Oh, but you wanted it
I
specifically.
wanted it, yeah. What I'm going to do is I've got a tiny bit of the tan left over and quite a bit of and I'm going to join it with some natural bamboo cotton and do a top with some stripes.
Nice.
I think. But yeah, I wanted it. What did I want it for?
To go away for Dad. To go away when you went to that.
Yeah. So I wore it when I was in the Isle of Man with my dad last weekend.
Yeah, so that's happened since we last podcast.
Yeah. Lots been going on.
Lovely.
I had a bit of a nightmare. Got to the airport and the flight had been moved forward 50 minutes. Managed to get it.
No shopping though.
No. Cool. Yeah. So that was a nice. And it's such big gauge.
Yeah. So the colourway and everything will be in the show notes, but you've talked about the yarn.
Yeah, I bought the yarn and stuff. I bought the yarn to knit a Simon.
Yeah, it didn't look right.
And it didn't look right. So I've used both of them separately, and I knit a cropped bottom up
for your other holiday.
Yeah. So
not that the Isle of Man was a holiday.
No.
Although you did have a good time.
I had a lovely time, but I wouldn't call it a holiday.
No.
Yeah. So this all will be talked about.
I'm looking at your jewellery, and I'm very jealous.
Why?
It all goes for starters with this top. Is that you wore it?
Yes.
But I especially like those.
Opal
earrings and this. Is it a Lola Rose?
No, this is from White Company. I think.
I don't think people have seen it, but she's wearing a lovely little bracelet with different gems on it.
I think that was the White Company. Does it say on there?
God knows. Can you read it?
Take my glasses off.
I put my glasses.
No, Estella Bartlett.
Right. Is it from TK Maxx?
It might have been from TK Maxx, or it might have been from John Lewis.
Right.
And the earrings, I can't remember where they're from. And that's from Decacorn, something it's called. Like you pick the different meanings for the
different semi-precious things, aren't they? Lovely.
You can't really see that one against it. But anyway, yeah. So I've got like a nice little love note, just as like when you.
And it's actually quite a lot of these as well.
Yeah.
So you could have.
I did a lot. I made a large.
Yeah. So you probably could have gone down a size if you if you wanted to get a lot.
So I think it was going to be something like 700 so I had 600 meters.
Yeah.
And it with the large cropped one I think is 750 meters with sleeves.
Right.
So I knew that I was going to have enough yarn because
you didn't.
Two sleeves takes quite a lot of yarn, doesn't it? Yeah.
Cool. So that's your two. You've got two of those, haven't you?
That's my two FOs.
And
my
two of those are only socks. So only socks. This is like knitting two sleeves. This is the two sleeves you didn't knit.
Well, more than that because that's on a high gauge and mine was on a.
So I showed the start of these in the last episode. Want to hold one?
I do once I finish my drink.
Yeah. So I knitted these are for my dad, and they are knitted in concept.
You need to get in his own pair of socks.
Oh, he has, but they're in the other room.
Oh, right.
I never block his socks because he puts them on as soon as you get to him. So this is that new.
Let's stretch it out a bit
so
you can see
it's merino, superwash merino nylon, which he loves this base, the yarn base, but it's a different way of dye of the.
I'm
pattern.
getting Christmas vibes.
And I would say, how do you call that? Kalevi. So that's one, and I'll show you in my acquisitions that these.
Do you get Christmas vibes from them?
Yeah, I do actually. When you're saying it, but it's beautiful, and it was lovely to. I love knitting the colours. What was I going to say then? This was the yarn that I bought, but I didn't bring my acquisitions with me to Wonderwool House. So.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to love them.
Yes. So there are two. And I also finished another pair of socks that were cast on since. And these are in Urth yarns, the ones, what they're called? You get two 50-gram balls, and I can't remember what they're called, or what the colourway is. Colourway is 62. Sorry, I've got nothing here. I've got this to show you because that was what I thought I was getting, and this is what I ended up with. So I love them. They are a gift for a friend. So
I thought they were going to be pinker.
Yeah, red
and less brown.
Yeah, like red and pink together is what I thought.
Not brown.
And there's a lot. The blue and this bit doesn't seem to be changing very much in the fading as quickly as some of the others have faded. There seems to be quite a lot of blue and brown stripes on the foot, and it looks weird, doesn't it? Because it's this is just all 2x2 ribbing, so it's a nice like huggy fits your foot, and they're a gift for a friend. So those are the two pairs that I managed to finish in the time, and I've got an FO in Crochet Corner at the end, which can be at the end, which I couldn't bring with me last time either. So those are my two socks. What have you?
I've got a sock whip, right?
I have got one sock whip and two other whips.
One whip and two. Well,
I've shown
Colin. That's one of my cast ons. I've got another cast on plan.
But he is going to be a. What's the word? When you have something like not accoutrement, like a.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
You know when you have like an example of, say, this is like a studio model, like a comparison, like a thing that you to compare something to. Like when you say how big is it, and you say, oh well, it's as big as an apple.
Oh right.
Like that kind of.
Oh yes, yeah. I've got something else. Sorry, I completely forgot about that.
So, do you want to show your socks, and I'll show my socks?
Yeah. So I've been knitting these Aimée socks
for a long time.
I can't remember when I cast them on actually. So I've knit this one.
Is it not in your little book?
Yes, it is, but my little book's not here. So this is the Andromeda colourway. It's this pinky purple, and I have come to the conclusion that I don't like them. Somebody suggested that we have a giveaway for them. So that is what we're going to do once they're finished. Yeah. They are almost finished.
And then when we've not haven't got another giveaway.
Literally got half of the toe and the Kitchener,
right.
And then they'll be finished. there's quite a lot of my favourite colour on this sock.
That's good. Yeah.
So my favourite colour is the beige.
So you like it, don't you?
So I've been knitting that this week at work.
They are lovely though. This kind of yarn where you've got all different, like stitches a different colour.
I knit the foot at work this week.
Right.
So yeah, well, and then on to Colin. So
just to say that my Collins, that Rowan sock, I'm knitting them on 2.75. So I normally knit my socks on 2.5.
Right.
But when I knitted the blue ribby ones for Fran, which you can see in our Isle of Man episode, I found it quite hard going on my hands because it is quite a plump.
Right.
Yeah.
So are we going to do the giveaway next podcast?
Yeah.
And I'll send you. I'm going to wind off a tiny bit for my northeasterly, and then I'll send the rest of the yarn with it for darning
in the future.
But in here I've got my little. This is my sock making kit.
Oh, where mine's gone?
So it's got a pen, a pair of scissors, a needle, a darning needle, a ruler, a circular needle, my flexi flips, and
your flexi flips
and some stitch markers.
Fit in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was from
Botanical Yarn.
Botanical Yarn. Is it Birdie Park?
No, it's Black Pearl Magic.
Black Pearl Magic. It's like a.
It's lovely. I've got one somewhere.
Right. So yeah. So that will be the next time we podcast, which we don't know when it will be.
So I have a hoe, and more than half of the next one done, and I cannot tell you the joy and pleasure knitting with this yarn has brought me. And the colourway is Hope, and it's by the Yarn Badger, and this is her old. I've got some more here. That's her new label.
Not the Occupied Badger. Not the Occupied Badger. No.
Beaver.
No. What did you say?
Occupied Beaver.
No. She was the Occupied Bear.
It began with obscure. Overactive. I didn't say beaver. No. Oh my goodness.
Overactive Badger was Occupied Bear.
Sorry, he was a prize winner. Right, so that's the Yarn Badger. She is lovely. I should know her name. I don't. But I love her yarn. I have some to show you in Knit Acquisitions. So I've done, so this is the colourway Hope, and the burgundy is a mini, which I think is from Botanical Yarn. That's the kind of colour. I can't remember where I got it from, but I thought it went lovely with the that one. So yeah, so it's just this amazing, and it came in. I bought it at Yarndale, and it came with this with a gobstopper wool, which I love, and it's living in my toast mini project bag. So it's all together. Wonderful. Yeah, so this is how much I've done of the second one. So I'm halfway through the gusset.
Oh, you did a full.
Oh yeah, I did 2x2 rib for the full stripe, every colour in the stripes. So there's 6. It's a nice long cuff. 6 stripes. I don't know who these are for. I mean, I think I'd like to keep them, but you never know. They might be for somebody.
You should wear them in hospital next week.
Yeah, we have to be knitting socks. Everyone will be saying, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, people were asking me this week when I was knitting them in work, and I was like, the first time I knit a sock, it blew my mind.
The first time you turn the heel. Yeah, it's like the first time you make pecan pie and all the pecans lay out properly. Or lemon meringue pie. Although after I discovered they were £2.50 in Sainsbury's, I never made another lemon meringue pie. Anyway. So, you haven't got any other whips, have you?
No, I've got 2 things I'm going to be knitting with that I was going to show.
Okay. So I've got 3 more.
Okay.
Though I'm not 100% sure I should show that. That won't really be a surprise, is it?
No, I don't think it's really surprising.
Okay. 2 whips then. One's I shall take some pictures because it will be an FO before the next be a present. So it is a present. So it'll be So shall I just quickly talk about my 2 whips and you...
Why have you got 3 bags then?
Because I've talked about this
Oh,
one.
sorry.
Put in the label in. And then you can talk about your to be started. So both of them, funnily enough, are test knits for Jo, on which I haven't made much progress. Well, it was very warm here. I'm saying we haven't talked about the weather. It's beautiful today.
Yeah.
Beautiful and sunny. But last week it was very hot. And I could not bring myself to knit with Surrey alpaca. Anyway, this, you'll be pleased to hear, is the start of the Simon cowl. Other people have already finished. But I'm knitting mine in... How do you want to hold that?
Did you... Had you already started something with this yarn? No.
Yes, so it's leftover. The Surrey's leftovers from my sparkling fountain sweater, which is a design by me. Botanical yarn. I think the colourway was sparkling fountain because it was the colourway from the sock club. And then this you gave me as a present.
Did I?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
Kremke Edelweiss from Jo's local yarn store, No Frills. And it is the colour 416.
It's like a sagey, sea glassy.
Yeah, and it's just
green.
It's 4-ply sock made recycled,
non-superwash with recycled PET bottles. It's a type of plastic, isn't it? PET.
Yeah, and it is actually very soft compared to. It's not like the softest sock yarn I've ever had, but it's with the
fairly good.
Yeah,
sock,
no,
fairly
lovely
and really robust. Sock. That's beautiful.
But I thought it just went very nicely with the. So I'm going to get a shift on with that because. Well, I obviously want to put a project up when you...
Yeah.
Are you thinking of doing a separate pattern now?
No. So I've got a few shawls
like
that
Maurice,
have become separate patterns.
The
cowls have been separate patterns. And often it's when the shape is so different. So the instructions for the Simon cowl are so simple.
And it's just from
the pattern.
You need the pattern to do it. Yeah.
So I think it would be mean.
Yeah. So
to
it'll be
make people buy the pattern again for the cowl.
Yeah. So it'll be an add-on update.
So everybody who's bought the Simon shawl will just get an updated pattern with the cowl instructions added.
So I just want to show the bag. Oops. That it's in. It matches this lovely aqua colour. And this is all the way from America, the Stitchy Platypus. She gave us a bag to give away ages ago when I bought it. So I had the mini one and the bigger one. I love that beautiful yarn, beautiful fabric. Yep. So I'm not casting anything on until I finish those 3 whips. Well, that's going to be finished anyway because it's a present.
Yeah.
So I've got I've got 2 socks on the needles and possibly a cheeky third, might be a pattern project.
And 2 shawls.
And then 2 shawls. And this one is going to, because I should prepare to be reprimanded because people have knitted the whole thing, but I'm doing the Urth test knit. And this is my
The colour's beautiful.
yeah, it is. So do you want to hold it for me? I'm using, this is the Crafty Bird in the Sage colourway, and this is some leftover Surrey botanical yarn from Botanical Yarn that I used in the Twin Flowers cowl, which was a unravel pattern. I held it with yellow, which I didn't have. It looks amazing. I was like, obviously Sophie knows colour better than me, and it's just got these lovely pops of colour, which one has come out on the flower, the first flower that I did. Yeah, so I need to. It's the kind of pattern that you have to sit down and do a bulk.
Yeah.
And you get it in your head, and then you. Now at the moment, I have to look at the pattern, and I can't do it from talking. You know.
And so it's a lace flower with some slip stitches that creates this.
Yeah, and it's got a lovely. The border's beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that will be worked on.
Yeah.
And is living in my botanical yarn.
Don't forget Sophie to recreate that. Sorry.
Yeah, this was this is when they were trialing the zipper bag, and I couldn't resist it.
So now that I've cast off my Maurice, I've got
Not casting on with Maurice.
no, I've got a new design on my needles, which I will be showing probably next time, and
Lots in her head.
a Maggie on my needles.
You've got conflict in your head, haven't you?
I have. I want to knit a summer version of Cecil. Got a summer
Yeah,
Cecil.
you have.
A summer version of Simon.
Like a bit of a quick bit of...
No, I think I'm fine.
What are you
and
talking?
these are the yarns I'm going
I
to
got you
use.
them
Yeah,
from
you did. So it's Katia Concept,
Mark's bag.
cotton cashmere
He can't stay away.
in the colour 58
Sorry, Joe.
and 70. And that's going to be my summer.
Beautiful. I wonder which one will look
Summer
dominant.
Simon,
You know
yeah.
how, to me, what the one I think is going to be dominant isn't.
And it's like a very purpley denim,
It's
pale purpley denim, and then this kind of toffee colour.
Yeah.
So I'm going
But
to knit.
they weren't quite what you were expecting, were they? Well, they weren't what I was expecting when I ordered it, and it just shows that what you, when you order online,
Yeah.
what you...
So it's 155 metres for 50 grams. So I'm going to knit it on a 3.75.
How many did we buy? We bought 3 of each, I think.
Oh, that'll be plenty.
The we only know one. Well, I only know one place that I've seen that sells it. It's my local yarn store in Abingdon, and but
Did
they
you get that from there?
no, I got it from Katia when I bought.
Oh, yeah. So that will be a whip next time to show you. And I'm going to knit it on a size up, so 3.75. And there's something is causing a reflection.
Oh right. Do you have a project bag that matches in mind?
No, I've got my 3.57.
Are you going to cast
Cast
it
a
on?
needle. I'm going to cast it on. I'm going to cast on Colin and that tonight. And this bag is from, pardon me, Butternut Handmade.
Conchita.
Conchita.
We always say Conchita. She always sends me a little comment.
And it's lovely. I love it.
It's beautiful. The silver on the aqua colour.
Yeah. And then, is it still me?
I finished.
So, I we went to Yarndale. We both bought some humongous skeins of yarn that were really
They were
cheap.
like
They were
I'd
like
liken
babies.
it. I was gonna say baby doll, like having a tiny tin.
Yeah, I think it's your lip gloss that's in the sun. Yeah.
Sorry.
So I suddenly got in my head that I want to knit a slipover, and I bought a pattern, or it was a free pattern or something. It was free for a few days or something. Anyway, it turned out to be in Danish, not English.
And I have to say something to you that I think I have a pattern.
Okay.
I'll show you afterwards.
So I downloaded it and Google translated,
Which was quite funny.
But it's bottom up, and it's also not fingering weight. I want
This
fingering weight.
is bottom up fingering.
Right.
So it's not
Okay.
top down. You wanted top down to do.
Well, I was thinking, could I do it top down? So part of me wants the challenge of coming up with it myself. I'm never writing a pattern.
You draw it.
So
And just,
yeah, I know what I know what I'm doing. But anyway, so I thought I'm going to wind this yarn, which was it
display model.
display model. Yeah. What was it called? It had some silk in it, didn't it?
I got a pink. Mine's pink.
Yeah, I've got a pink one.
You've
as
got a
well.
label?
No, I think it was.
It was Neo long Wednesday long. It was opposite long
Yeah.
Wednesday
It was
day
the
long.
It was the Undyed Yarn
Oh right, okay.
Company. Because I bought some
Anyway.
of their undyed stuff, but I think it's got some silk in it, and I think it might be Corriedale silk.
Great.
But I'm not.
Doesn't
Anyway,
matter.
it doesn't matter. There's no label. We're never going to be able to get it again. You're not going to be able to get it either. It was their end of line stuff. Anyway, it was huge, and I thought I'm going to try and see if I can wind it into one ball.
Yeah.
So right, this is 100 grams of yarn.
I will hold it. Wait for it.
Dun, dun, dun,
Da-da-da-da.
So I have a Stanwood.
Yeah.
Stanwood, is it? Winder from America.
And it wound it.
And it wound the whole yarn, the thing of yarn. The thing that was difficult was the weight of it on my Swift
Right.
while it was going. But yeah.
Wow. You can
So yeah, I'm going to try and come
gonna
up
cast
with.
that on, are you? Or you
I don't know. I'm going to.
finish what
I
you
want to finish Adventius,
Yeah.
but I just thought I'd bring it to show everybody. But yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of a go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Gorge. Right now, all we've got left.
Positions.
No, crochet corner.
Oh, crochet corner. Sorry.
There is a whip and a FO if you don't count ends not being sewn in. So this is my finished corner to corner shawl, which has not been blocked or
wow, look at
ends,
that.
but it's beautiful, I think. And this is the yarn, the Katia Hero, Hiero, and it's wool and silk. It's very soft.
It's very
Lovely.
thick, isn't it?
I know I did it on possibly on too dense a hook, too small a hook, but it does. Crochet does use a lot of yarn, so I don't know if I'd have.
Are you going to block it?
Yeah,
Because
it'll open up.
yeah, open up the holes a bit, won't it?
Anyway, that's my.
Because at the moment, is it big enough to go around your shawl?
Well, I was going to. What my plan was kind of put it on the back of the sofa and have it. If I feel cold, do that.
Yeah.
Rather than have it
Sorry.
wear it as a. I thought it was quite nice for. But you can.
It's very cheerful.
If you wear it, if you do put it on, which is obviously difficult with this on, it does. It kind of comes around, but you'd have to kind of like. Yeah.
Well, I think once it's blocked, it'll be.
Yeah, and it'll look a bit like a cowl actually on.
I think once it's blocked, it's going to be totally different.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll get a bit more drapey. Yeah.
Sorry, did you say it had silk
Yeah.
and wool,
Yeah.
no cotton?
Wool. So 20% silk, I think. I didn't keep that. It's been in the show notes before, though.
Yeah.
And then I started.
It's a very pretty stitch pattern.
Yeah.
And you get a nice edge, don't
So
you?
living in my, I kept the thing for this. Yeah, you get like a. Nice if you have it on each end. But. So this bag is a Krista Jekyll. How would you say that?
I would say Jekyll.
From that Sophie brought me back from Rhinebeck, and it's kind of like printed on canvas. The bottom's thick canvas.
So is that sewn and then
and printed.
Lovely
And
colours.
it holds very nicely my cone of woolly knit cotton in the charcoal grey. It's soft cotton cone, 100% soft cotton in the charcoal grey, 400 grams.
I love their cotton.
And I am doing the Indigo Shrug. Can't remember who it's by, but it is a Shepya's pattern. And I've done.
Excuse
So
me.
what you do is you
Sorry.
crochet this central square, and then you start doing this pattern that to me looks a bit like those garden.
Trellis.
Yeah, like a Chinese
tiles.
garden kind of thing. And you work around that square, and then you do that 4 times. So
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is that 2 rows?
that's 2 rows.
So you do the squares,
So that
and then you do
the one that's more filled in is the last row of the repeat. So the first row is those squares, and then
That's
the
easy to
second
see.
row you do this, and then you fill that in,
right.
and then you kind of do it again. It's a
Can't stop
6
yawning,
row.
Sorry.
It's a 6 row round repeat, and then when you've done that, you start doing 3 sides in rows
So that'll
rather
be the
than
neck.
rounds. Yeah, that'll be the back.
Right.
And then when you've done it big enough, you fold it and sew up. So you end on the row that's got it filled in.
Oh, I like to end on the scallops.
No, because you sew it together
Oh, right.
and then you pick up around the cuff.
And you do this stitch.
No, you do linen stitch.
Oh, right. So.
You don't actually know the pattern.
No, but I remember it looked
Oh, right.
and it looked a bit like
No,
that.
it's like it's double crochet chain 1, and then you double
It
crochet.
was quite
into the
nice
chain.
in that.
It would, yeah. You could do that. Those are all trebles. And then you go around the outside of it as well, just like edge it with that with linen stitch. So yeah. So that's
Nice.
And that's the Indigo Shrug.
And how long has that taken?
That took
When you should have been knitting on Ruth.
I don't know. That took a day, one go, not a day, and then I did like a repeat each day.
It's lovely.
So that is currently the current crocheting that I'm doing, and that is with it's supposed to be 3.25, and I could not find my 3.25, so I'm doing it on 3mm, which is not going to make my hell of a lot of difference. And then the round of the outside is done on 3.5. So
Right.
and now since then I have found my 3.25, but I will continue in that. And my pen and my notebook, crossing off my rows. But yeah, cool. Yeah. So now acquisitions.
Yeah. How many acquisitions have you got?
I've got 4 lots of acquisitions.
Okay, I've got 2.
Shall I go first?
Yeah.
So I ordered just 2. These are one of two one of a kinds from Pixie Yarn, and when she put them up, she
I'm sorry.
sit forward. So you could see she'd dyed 4 skeins together. Not these are 2 different colourways, and then she'd put 1, 2, 3, 4 new picks. That's the Dolphin Frolic number 3, and this is Tolkien's Quest number 2.
Lovely.
So they are beautiful. So they're going to be socks. And then I thought that the Yarn Badger was at Wonderwool, but she wasn't. So I went online, and this is the Merino nylon net base, and the colourway is Pub en Route. So that might wait till the autumn, like autumnal colours to knit.
Lovely.
Shall I just do all my? Well, you can do. I'll go. You do yours after that. And then this is the other Katia yarn that I bought at the same time as the yellow from my dad. So that's another one that's for him, possibly for me. And this one's for me. And that's another one called Ilta.
So what's different about
Which
it? The way
is
it's
different,
dyed,
yeah.
rather
So
than
that's
it's
like
the same.
That's like a self-striping, and that's more of a variegated, yeah, but same base. So it's lovely and soft.
Nice.
And
That's
I have still got another of the original stripy ones that he likes. So I might do that for him and keep those 2 for me. And then I bought this one, which is I never knit with King Cole. I never knit with it zigzag. I just love the colours. So
And what's that made of? That's 2075, 20.
Yeah, so that's it's a bit more rusticy feeling though.
Do you get a zigzag?
No, I think they're stripy, these ones. I
Right.
don't know why it's called zigzag. Maybe originally it's Mayfly. Colour 4813. And
Go with a pair.
do you want to know what colours these are? 201 in the
And 203.
in the different different
Yeah.
line.
Cool.
Probably fit those in there as well.
So I've been to the Sodbury Yarn Over,
Yeah.
and I bought some minis from Ginger Pink, and she's dyed me a 100 gram full skein of on the BFL Masham base.
Beautiful.
In Madder Root. What I think I'm actually going to do with it, I don't know whether I'm going to use the minis or whether I'm going to use this, but I have a 5 skein fade of BFL Masham from Laxton's that I bought at Yarndale, and I think I'm going to knit. So I really like the Asher Shawl by Natasha Hornby,
Natasha.
Moonstruck Knits, but I don't like the shape. I don't want a big triangle shawl.
Right.
So I'm going to take some elements of her pattern and put it on my shape.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use the brown, so it's like a really pale to a dark browny grey.
The fade from...
Yeah, so I'm going to use those colours and I'm going to put this in as the pop.
Right, beautiful.
But that won't be for a long
What were you going to
time.
use the minis for that you bought?
I don't know. So I might have, what I might do is have, you need 5 colours.
Mm-hmm.
So I might keep the palest one, put it with the minis.
Oh, you've got 6.
I would have 6 with this
Yeah.
one. So I could put the palest one with
The minis.
the minis and do something
Yeah.
with that and have this in
Lovely.
with the others.
Can you look up on... Can you get Instagram for me? Because my phone is being used.
And also at the Sodbury Yarn Over, I saw Fern Hill Yarn. But they've got their flock of sheep and they then make, they spin the yarn, they make things with the yarn, but they also sell cones of yarn. And I bought this. They didn't have, I didn't know, they had a, huh?
What was it? Where was it? Sorry.
Fern Hill Farm.
Right.
So I saw that Sodbury Yarn Over, and they had a massive cone of this, and I didn't want them. She said, "Oh, if it doesn't sell, I can wind you off 200 grams, or have a look on the website and see what we've got." And they had this cone of 200 grams of dark brown,
Lovely.
fingering weight.
With something else in it.
It's got the spinning oil in it.
No, it's got like a grey, like a white.
I
Something
think that's
white.
just part of the
Oh right, okay.
part of the fleece. So I'm going to knit a shawl in that.
No.
Maybe even my 6th Maurice. Although there won't be enough for that.
No, unless you do fingering weight, lace weight numbers.
Yeah.
Remember.
But I might come up with another shawl. But I
Lovely.
really love it.
Yeah. I don't have that fascination. But I do love this.
Right.
Right.
That smell of sheep.
No, it smells musty like your house.
Well, I've got a massive bag. My house is very long.
I forgot to say no organza bag, but
You need a big one. On that, Mama.
so I talked about when we podcast from Joe's at lunch when we were sat in the last time we were in your dining room, it was the last time we were in your living room.
Yeah.
I talked about the log cabin squares that I had crocheted one on the way, and the lady who did the
Oh, it's like a linen.
it's linen stitch.
Yeah.
I love it. I love linen stitch on crochet and knitting actually, but it takes a lot of time on knitting. So this is she's called Little Woolly, and this this is the first thing I saw on Instagram that I thought I want to do that, and she's now come out with a pattern. So the difference is that the log cabin one is free and this one costs about $10, but whatever. She does a lot of, fair enough. She's now coming up with a knitted version. She owns a yarn shop. She sells kits to make it look absolutely beautiful. But it's a DK, and she's now coming up with a knitted version, but I want to do a crocheted version. So I bought these, and after saying, you make your mind up, you buy things and you change your mind, I honestly almost thought I was going to crochet a Jethro cardigan out of this. Then I thought, am I going to wear it? No, I'm not. So this is my main colour, wanted. So I bought Drops Soft Tweed. I thought it would be, rather than having...
Is this the same yarn as your KALs?
Yeah, so rather than having... I don't want to go out and buy a load of hand
So
dyed.
much they put the yarn colours, names on the,
Yeah.
not just the numbers.
I don't want to knit
With hand dyed yarn.
buy a load of hand dyed DK because I just, you know, obviously you could use it all up, but I don't want to. Now I need you just to go to Wool Warehouse. Anyway, so I went on. I thought I really like these ones especially. So the carrot cake. I've got one skein of.
Do you want me to look at the names?
Yeah, so I've got one skein of carrot cake left, and I'm going to use it for this. So that's my main colour, and then I just went on and picked all the. It was on sale at the time as well. So I just picked the colours.
Meant to be then, eh? It's still on sale if you want to join in. It's been reduced from £4 to £2.80 a ball.
Yeah.
So that's marzipan.
Yeah. And then that one I think is guacamole.
Yep, guacamole.
And that one is cherry
sorbet.
No. Is there another one?
No.
Right, cherry sorbet. Then there's
grey is pebbles.
cobblestone.
Aquamarine, lemon pie, strawberry cream, denim jeans, purple rain. You've got one of every colour.
I got one, apart from carrot cake, which I already had one of, and two greys.
I haven't got any carrot cake. Oh, the carrot cake's a lot. You didn't get cookie dough.
No, I didn't get cookie dough. I thought it was too similar to the main colour.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Jo can hold up hers full. So then there's carrot cake as well, which is the orange one. So I thought that'd be lovely. And this is going to be like a long, slow going.
And you only need one of each?
Yeah, because she used
Singles.
so many 25 gram minis.
Fingering curl double.
No, it's not. It's DK.
Oh,
she used DK. 20 grams, I think. 400 grams of
main.
But it's DK, and this yarn is long. It's like felted tweed.
Oh, right.
It's like 130 metres in that. And also I knew that I could, if I needed more, I could get it.
Yeah.
So
I like lemon pie.
Yeah, so now my problem is randomising it. So each of my strips, I'll follow the pattern. There may not be that many colours in each strip.
Why don't you do it on a spreadsheet?
Work it out, yeah. So yeah, and then
you could do it completely random and assign each one. I'll give each one its number.
Yeah, but you don't want them next to each other. Can you say that as a stipulation? Like you wouldn't want them on the strips. You wouldn't want them next to each other when you finish it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you'd just pick again if it came up, I guess.
Yeah. So partly what my plan was to do every colour on a strip and then shift it by one. So it would look like diagonally there would be...
You could do that on a spreadsheet and just see what you think. You didn't get any spinach pie.
No, I didn't fancy spinach pie. I thought it was quite dark.
I bet it doesn't look as dark in the reels.
So yeah, so that is the plan for that large amount of bag of
I think you can just keep it in that bag.
Yeah, and then they have been Wool Warehouse have created their first sock yarn, or their first line of yarns, which is Yarnsmiths, and I'd seen this advertised, and it was actually on offer but I didn't get it when it was on offer. So I bought a variegated, or I kind of striping one, and this kind, I thought it kind of went for heels and toes if you wanted it to, but also, and it's so soft, just feel that. It's merino wool, I think it's £9. Did you put it in Yarnsmith? Yeah. No, it's done. Is that sock yarn?
Merino sock prints is £6.50 at the moment.
At the moment it's on sale, and then there's solids.
There. It's £5.50 at the moment.
Yeah, so I would say if you knit
50
socks,
shades.
yeah, it's gorgeous, and it comes in these quite American style skeins, I think.
They're like
Arvetta. Yeah. So it's made in.
OMG, I'm buying some of this.
Do I want to know where it's made?
Oh, is it not ethical?
It's manufactured under license in accordance with something. It doesn't say where it's from, so maybe it is from the UK. Anyway, that is shade 2K332.
Is there information about it on here?
Does it say what shade that is, Jo? What the colour's called?
Dusky mauve.
And this is this is a variegated. The variegateds were a slightly strange patterning for me, and I'm not sure if you knit a lot of stripy socks, you may have seen that when they knit the sample, it seems like there's quite a jog when it changes colour.
Right. But
they're knitting.
Is that Moorland or Hazy Dreams?
Oh, 90 Moorland. So they're knitting, their swatch isn't the same as when you knit the sock in the round. So just be aware of, it may look different.
Well, that's 60, 70, 80, 90.
Yeah, so that's the striping, which I thought was okay. If it does look like that, it would be okay. Quite like that. Yeah, so maybe I did get it when it was that price. Can't remember.
Some of them are a bit more jazzy.
No, I paid the full price for them. The solid colours are cheaper to begin with.
£8.50.
Yeah, so for £100, that's just amazing.
I mean, if you were going to knit,
you could knit
a sweater.
There's beautiful colours. That's a lovely colour. Camel.
Camel's nice. Linen's nice. Parchment.
Yeah.
So
I shall let you know when I knit them. When I try them out, I'll let you know how it goes. So is that the last thing?
Yeah. Navy blue.
I know, I'm surprised I didn't buy that one.
Midnight blue. I wonder what the difference between navy. I think we need to buy one midnight and one navy and just see what the difference is.
Yeah. So, we seem to have rambled to an end.
Oh no, we've got one more thing. We've got a present for you. From the Isle of Man. Haha.
What was there something else we were going to talk about at the end as well? We were going to talk about June. Yeah.
Aww. Where did you get this from?
I didn't do any shopping. We found these. Oh no, it's very similar. It's perfect. It's my colour.
And it's not washable.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. My Doris. We went to school with somebody called Doris. Hi Doris, if you watch.
And I like the green tassel.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it, Jo. Thank you so much. Did you get one?
No. They only had big ones in another colour. They didn't have the small ones. But I did get some stuff. I got some earrings from my Doris.
Oh, that's where you got the earrings?
Yeah. I got a new strap for a crossbody bag in very summery neon colours. And I got a little leather wallet in a bright pink sparkly. None of which I brought with me. But I saw that and I was like, oh, I've got to get that for Rach.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
And I wore
ones.
the earrings. So I got these earrings that are like, they're little beaded flowers, and they're on a fabric background, and then they're stuck on, I think they're sewn onto felt, and then they're joined together with little jump rings, 3 in a row, and then one of them's put onto a post. And I wore them the day I flew home.
Yeah.
I had a white t-shirt and a tan blazer and those on. And we were walking past the shop to go to the bus station with my dad. And I said to my dad, I'm just going to pop in and show the girls that I'm wearing the earrings I bought yesterday.
You got chatting to them.
And they weren't in, but there was another lady. The lady who owned it was in there. But when I went in, there was nobody in there. There was just her dog. Anyway. She came up the stairs, and as she came up the stairs, the dog snarled at me and went, "Arr!" And I was like, oh! And she said, don't be naughty, get in that room. Anyway, then I was showing her the earrings, and I was like, she said, oh, we've had some new ones in. So I ended up picking another pair, which was a single flower on a little, like, beaded drop thing. And she said, I'm going to give you a discount because the dog snarled at you. We got chatting. It turned out her brother lives in Bristol, like literally 2 streets from where I live.
Yeah.
He was coming over on the aeroplane that I was flying back on.
Yeah.
And yeah, literally
small world. Yeah. So we're not going to podcast again before the beginning of June. And as if you watched us or followed us for a while, you'll know that June is my Myeloma Awareness Week
is in June.
So for the whole of June, we give the proceeds of our sales of our patterns to Myeloma UK. And
except for the other charity
patterns, because Ruth is coming out.
Yeah.
And I have designed a sock and a cowl for this year, which will come out. The Myeloma Awareness Week ends on the 23rd. If you look that up.
What day does it begin on?
Week earlier.
So it ends on Sunday the 23rd.
And it starts on the 17th. Yeah, 17th of June till the 23rd. So the patterns will come out. We wanted to give Ruth its moment. And so the patterns will come out on the 17th.
Yeah, so the Ruth will come out.
It's just after the 2nd of June, isn't it? Because your test net finishes on the 2nd of June.
I might bring it out on the 31st.
Right.
I'll have a chat with them and see what they think, but then it can be for the whole of that weekend.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, it won't be a discount because it's not going to be a discount.
There's no discount.
It'll just come out.
Yeah.
So let's just make it the 3rd.
But it is easier to promote things at the weekend for you.
Yeah.
You'll have to take over Twinset and Purl.
So
yeah. So that's
around about that sometime that weekend, Ruth will be launched.
So people who've bought our patterns, do you find, is it an incentive to have buy one get one free, or we were thinking that we wouldn't do that this year, but then we were worried that we possibly wouldn't sell as many patterns and raise as last year we raised £1,000, and we just wondered, should we give it like a little discount off each pattern? And you don't have to add a code, so you don't know, rather than having to add 2 patterns to the thing, or what to do. We also wondered if we set up.
I think what we should do is we should do the same as the podcast discount, and you have to put code in, because if you choose not to use the code, they'll get more money.
But also, if you have friends on Ravelry and they don't have our patterns, maybe you could gift them if you've already got most of our patterns, because we do have people who, like Ruth, who bought a lot of patterns.
Yeah.
But also we were wondering if you wanted to support our charity fundraiser for June, that you could either donate directly to Myeloma UK and say you're doing it in like honour of Rachel Fletcher, or you were talking about having
we were thinking of setting up a Ko-fi, whatever they call it, account, and have people buy us a coffee,
and we donate the money to Myeloma UK, just because obviously we've got the new myeloma patterns coming out, but you know, we also understand that people are finding it hard at the moment, and we wouldn't expect anybody to give money.
Set up the Ko-fi account, because we would never take that money. We would always donate it to a charity. So
whatever we're doing,
if we keep that going, if you know, if we whatever we're doing, and you feel like you want to donate a bit more, or you don't want to buy a whole pattern, but you like to give a couple of quid, or whatever.
Because this year, like normally by now we've had a fundraiser, and we haven't. This year's been a bit different because everything's like, Jo is the main designer at the moment, and everything, not that your stuff's slowed down, but feels like it's slowed down a lot.
Well, my things take longer,
you know what I mean?
Shawl takes longer than a pair of socks.
But that's not what I meant. I meant that we've just slowed down the impetus of everything. And I don't know if, like, sometimes our fundraising is reactive, so, you know, there'll be a crisis or whatever, we'll just decide. But normally June we give all the money to Myeloma UK, and then December we pick a charity, we give all the money then. So that's all I meant, is like sometimes we have like a Flower Power fund we did one year in March, so it was or February.
Yeah, when we gave the money to Becky for her.
Yeah, we did.
Was that March?
I can't remember.
No,
because she goes in the summer, so we did it. Yeah, so we've done. Sometimes we've done more. This year feels like we haven't done as much in that side of things, but obviously we'll always continue to have charity patterns and give money to charity. So that being said, let us know what your thoughts on things like that, and we will set up a coffee, whatever you call it, because why not? And from the 1st of June, all the proceeds from the patterns will go to Myeloma UK, and we will be doing some promoting of it, and
there'll be some new patterns coming out later that month.
And you've got the Ruth coming out before, hopefully. Yeah, because lots of people, not me, have finished. So Marion G, get in touch with your deets, and we will
be drawing a winner for the. Well, no, that will be the.
We'll probably be back. I'll probably be back by the 13th of June. So we'll
sort that
out.
So
if you're on Instagram, go on our Instagram and have a look. It looks lovely. Yeah. We'll take a picture and we'll put it out. And then next time there'll be a pair of hand knit socks by Jo. Yeah. Maybe a couple of Jo's progress keepers put in with it, and then but you have to be a 6.5, size 6.5 or 7, probably 6.5, 7. Yeah. Oh. Crack ankle. Right, I really need a drink, so let's say goodbye. We're rambling a bit. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end, and like and subscribe. As they all say. And we'll see you in a few weeks. Look forward to your comments below. Bye.